Hello, amazing Ordina business. Thank you for joining us again on another how-to video on Ordina. Today, I'll be teaching you how to add a service on Ordina. Kindly navigate to the store section. Once you're on the store page, if you're on mobile, kindly hit the navigation button at the middle of your screen. And once you're there, kindly navigate to the service tab. So I'll be reversing back to my desktop view. So on desktop, on your store page, navigate to services. Once you're on services, if you've never created a service before, the page is going to be empty, but you would be able to see the button that says add a service or save changes. So all you have to do is click on the add a service button, and that gives you the option to add your service and input the service details. At the bottom, you would see a warning that says you need to input this information before you can save. So if you probably clicked on the add a service button by mistake, you can just select the red waste bin icon by the right, and that would delete the service you just added, and voila. So to add a service again, click on the add a service, input the service name. In this case, I'm going to say haircuts for adult male, adult men. All right, so the costs or the price for the haircuts for me, it's 7,000, and that's gonna be for 17 minutes. And down here we have the payment method. So we have three unique payment options. So the first payment options is when you click on pay online. This implies that you want your customer to pay online before they can book this appointment. Now, when you select pay at venue, this implies that you want the customer to only make payment at the point of receiving the service. And when you select customer's choice, this implies that you want the customer to decide if they want to pay before booking the appointment or if they want to pay at the point of receiving the service. The section that says where does this happen, we have three options here, which says at our place, we come to you, or online. These particular options determine the service type. Is this a service that requires the customer to come to your shop? Select at our place. If it is a service that requires you to go meet the customer, select we come to you. So for example, as an hairstylist, right, I offer haircut services for adult men, and I particularly want this service to be home service, right, where I have to go meet the customers wherever they are, and I click on this. Your secretary will understand this. So when the customer interacts with the secretary and says, hey, I want haircuts for adult for men, select this. The secretary is going to let them know that this service is home service and requires them to provide the address to which your business representative would go offer the service to them. When you select online, this would automatically generate a meeting link, an online meeting link for you and the client. So you would then be the host for that meeting once it's generated. And on the day of the appointment, you get a notification. Click on the meeting link. You also both would get a notification on your calendar at the same time as well, reminding you of that particular meeting. So you will be prompted by the system. If you've not connected your Google Calendar, you'll be prompted by the system to connect your Google Calendar. Another way you can connect your Google Calendar is by going to settings. When you're on the settings page, kindly navigate down to the integration section and connect your Google Calendar. Now let's go back to store. services. So another thing again is you are able to add photographs of your services. So you can add up to 3 different unique photographs for that particular service. And then you include the description for the service as well. And once you're satisfied with all the information for the services, click on save changes. Once the changes have been saved, you can proceed to previewing your page link. Click on the preview button or copy the link. Now, once you are on the booking page, you can see your secretaries ready to fire on and interact with customers. So you see the services are all listed in here. And here we have volume lash extension with the price. And here we have pedicure with the price. And as you can see, pedicure says we come to you with a tag and a button that says book this service. So on the payment on the option here, you can see it's saying pay now or at the venue. So this makes it clear that when the customer is booking this particular service, they have the option to pay now or at the venue. The secretary would offer them that option. So yeah, this is exactly how you add or modify services on your Ordina dashboard. Thank you very much for watching. We can't wait for your business to start receiving appointments through Ordina.